Welcome back. We are Twopeasinapod19. I'm Harry.
And I'm Gigi.
What? Wait a minute. Oh my God, we are so out of it today. We're going to let it roll. We're not going to do any editing on this. So, welcome back to Two Peas in a Pod.
Thank you, guys. Welcome back. Let me tell you what's on the menu today. We're going to be making a stir fry. And what you can do is I'll be calling out all the ingredients so you can make it yourself at home. And then also I'm going to be making what is my apple dumplings. And they're going out to two special people, my sister Destiny and two dear friends of mine. You know who you are.
So if you're invited, make sure you bring the ice cream.
You know what I'm saying? And what else are we making, Gigi?
So we're going to make a caramelized onion biscuit, and I also am going to be calling out the ingredients. So make sure that you get a pen and paper. If you miss any ingredients, don't sweat it. We're going to have this all on our YouTube channel by November 12th, and it's going to have all the recipes written down for you, so you'll have everything right there if you miss anything. And if you have any further questions, just message us on Two Peas in a Pod on Instagram at Twopeasinapod19. And keep spreading the word. This is our second taping, so hope you enjoy it. And like I said, we're not doing any editing. We're just going to let this ride today. So there is gonna be some bloopers.
we're just gonna let it fly and see how we do.
Yeah, we're just having fun doing it. So,
of course, definitely.
All right, so Harry is going to start the wok, and he's gonna start a stir fry, and I'm gonna kind of go in between doing the biscuits. So we're gonna start that. While he's doing that, he has to give a little announcement. Oh
yes, I would definitely like to thank Billy and Jeremy at www.thinktankpromotional.com. Once again, these guys gave us our lovely apparel, and hopefully once we get this thing going, we'll have some more merch that we can give you guys, and you guys can come check us out. All right, first thing I'm going to do, I got my wok, I got it nice and warm. You want it kind of screaming hot. If you keep your hand on it for more than 5 seconds, you know it's good and hot. Now, there's another good way to test if you know if your wok is hot. Just grab a little bit of water. You splash a little water in there, and if the water dissolves, that means your wok is ready to go. And the best way to know if your wok is ready if it's screaming. When a wok is screaming, it's talking to you. Okay? So the first thing...
And it's not like a woman screaming. It's not like, you know,
Harry,
turn the wok on.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. And you want to go on the outside of your wok. You probably wonder why. Because when the oil gets hot, it seeps down underneath your vegetables, and they won't get soggy. So let's do one more like that, and we'll let that go.
It's popping.
Yeah, so that's what you want to hear when you have your wok going.
You better get your little armor equipment.
Yeah, right. And also, I just added a half a teaspoon of canola oil to that. So here I have 2 beaten eggs that I'm going to use. And I'm basically going to make an egg omelet so we can for the protein for our stir fry. So I'm going to ladle that right in.
All right. While he's doing that, just quickly, we wanted to let you know because we know that a lot of people have food allergies. So if you cannot use eggs, I mean, like today we have what we call it. I found this. It's called Bob's Red Mill, and it's an egg replacement. So if you find this in the store and you want to cook with it, you can bake with it, you can cook with it. I think it's going to be a good thing for anybody who cannot have eggs. So we just wanted to let everybody know that it's called egg replacement, and it's by Bob's Red Mill. So please make sure to check this out, okay, if you have any kind of allergies to eggs.
Okay, these are going pretty good. We just want to get this up into almost like an omelet because we're going to slice it up once again and just make it to a nice little chiffonade of an egg omelet, right? Get this going here.
We decided not to pre-cook this one because it's better off just to make it just the way that it, you know, just the ingredients fresh and everything, because you don't want to do a stir fry and then let it sit for a while. So it's better to do it this way.
Right. And then what I'm doing now is just tilting it so I can get all the raw egg cooked around the egg itself, so we can have a nice little omelet. There we go. And trust me, when you're cooking with a wok, everything should be 10 seconds or no more than 10 seconds, because it's quick heating, a quick way of heating up everything. All right, so this is almost ready. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my first fancy flip of an egg.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's what I said. That's what my mama told me. But here we are. All right, here we go.
It's cooking on high.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, keep it right there. Okay, here we go. You know what? Nah, Are we ready?
Let him do it.
Open up. Oh, I didn't get it.
One more time.
Yeah. Ready? There we go. That's what we're looking for right there. And just do that.
Tilt it so they can see it.
Oh, and just do that for like 10 seconds.
Perfect.
Yep. And just do that for 10 seconds. All right, and then take it right off. Take it right off. Because that's going to be done for you right there. Okay. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to clean this out a little bit. Now we're going to add another teaspoon of, half a teaspoon of oil. Just right around the rim. Once again, you want this wok still hot.
Oh, it's still hot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's popping, mama.
It's popping.
All right, first thing I'm going to add in is a half a cup of ginger. Get that going in there going.
That's going to smell really good.
Yes, it is. And then on top of that, I'm going to add a cup of mushrooms. You can use any kind of mushrooms you want. Add those right in there as well. Okay. And then on top of that, I'm going to add some carrots too, because carrots kind of make it a little sweeter because I still haven't seasoned it yet. Okay. Put that in like so.
And those are cut down pretty small.
Yeah, pretty thin. Yep.
Everything is cut smaller, not too bulky.
Right. So let that go just for like a half a second because there's moisture inside of these mushrooms, right? So we're going to let that go for a little bit. And then I'm going to add just a cup, half a cup of veggie stock, okay? You can use chicken, but use veggie because it's a vegetarian stir fry, right? So just go a little bit around there like so. Okay, give that a good stir. And you want to do this until once the liquid evaporates, and then you're good to go to add the rest of your ingredients. All right, so we're going to let that go for a little bit.
All right, let's give them a shot of that one too so they can see what it looks like.
Can you tell? Can you see?
Yeah.
You got to know that smells good, right? All right, so now we're just going to let that go. Keep that on high. Once again, you want that wok screaming. Not to burn down your house, but you want it screaming. Okay? Let that go like that. So I'm going to let that go for a minute. Put this stuff away right here, if you don't mind. Okay, bring my rice here.
So while that's cooking, I just want to give a shout out to everybody again who's been supporting us and following us.
Thank you very much.
And definitely everybody who's been spreading the word. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that very much.
I just want to give you, because we're going to be doing the caramelized onion biscuit too. I just wanted to tell you really quickly while this is cooking. These are caramelized onions. I actually had to do these beforehand because they take a while to caramelize. The recipe calls for 2 medium onions chopped. You can use sweet or yellow onion is fine. Sometimes the Vidalian onion is pretty good. And then you have to put 3 tablespoons of butter in a saucepan and let that saute, and just put it on, low or medium low, and just let it cook down, let the onions cook down. It'll get like this beautiful brown caramelized color. So like I said, you can make this beforehand, the night before, and then just take it out when you need it for the next day. Or you can prepare it like, maybe an hour or 2 before you're actually going to cook the biscuit. So I just wanted to let you know these caramelized onions can be done ahead of time.
Very nice. Okay, I think we're almost there. What I'm doing now, I'm just going to cut my egg up a little bit to like little chiffonades. Once again, this is the only protein you're going to have inside of this stir fry, okay? Okay. Oh man, it's so hot. Ooh, I wish I could smell it in here. It smells like Jesus.
So, and just keep in mind, vegetable-wise, or like if you can't have mushrooms, you could mushrooms instead of mushrooms. Maybe you could use tofu if you like.
Oh, that's a good call. Very good call.
Tofu with carrots, whatever vegetables you could use for a stir fry. Or some people don't like carrots, so there's different things that you can try. But we're just showing you a recipe that Harry likes to make.
Yep.
And we always try to let you know about the substitute that you could use.
Okay, now this is good to go now. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add in our soy sauce. It's going to be maybe another half a cup. Let's go a couple times around, just a little bit, just like that. That's all you need. That's all you need. Okay, and then on top of that, I'm adding in a half a cup of green onions or scallions or whatever one you choose to use. Throw those right in there like so. Okay.
They make it look so colorful.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Look at that.
Show that one.
You see that?
Very nice.
Oh, I don't spill it.
Don't spill it.
Blasphemy in the cooking world. You dig? Okay, so now that we got that going, 10 seconds, no more than that. Because we already got the vegetables nice and seasoned. And also before that, I put a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper too. Okay? And now to this, I'm going to add my 2 cups of cooked rice that we cooked the night before. And what you want to do is when you take it out of the refrigerator, fluff it up a little bit so it doesn't really stick together and clump together on you. So you can have a nice little, nice evenly distributed of rice, right? All right, so we're going to throw that right in like so. Give that a nice little toss.
You can tell he's made this before.
Yeah. This is the go-to right here.
Oh, can't wait to try this. It's so good.
You know? Actually, you know what? I'm going to add just a little more soy sauce. Just a couple times around, not too much. Just like so. Okay, we'll get that going.
Now, could you throw like ginger or any other ingredient in here?
Oh.
Like fresh ginger or...
Oh, for sure. That's what we started off with. So, yeah, you can definitely throw that in. Even ginger powder as well.
Can you throw an onion in it if you want it?
Yep, you can
or
throw
pepper?
Yep, pepper, onion, whatever kind of vegetable you feel it for your stir fry, you can put anything in it.
Asparagus.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
All right, so I'm going to throw my egg in now. Hey, do we have another substitute if people don't want to use eggs?
Yes, so I did, just in case you missed it, we found this. It's called Bob's Red Mill. It's called Egg Replacer, and it's powdered form. So you just have to figure out, you know, how many cups you'll need to replace, you know, like for 1 egg, 2 egg, 3 eggs. And it also has like a recipe on it. It's a whole wheat coffee cake, but it looks like it's pretty good. All the ingredients and everything. Ingredients consist of soy, flour, wheat, gluten, corn, syrup, solids, and sodium, I believe it says L-nate. I haven't seen this word before, but I'm trying to make it out. Anyway, if you find this in the store, I didn't find this at one of the local grocery stores. I actually found this at a farmer's market, so in Syracuse, but you just never know. Just keep an eye out for it, okay?
Okay, and our stir fry is done, guys, just like that. It's all set and done.
Ooh, it looks good.
Okay. We'll do it right here. You can take it off the fire right now if you want, because this is basically done. Let me show you what it looks like. If you can see this, this is all you need right here. It's all set and done. Cut this off here.
And so while this is done, we've got to get these biscuits started because obviously this is already done. Now my side is hot because I haven't been cooking anything, but I am going to cook right now. Okay. So I have a glass bowl. I like using glass bowls. The metal ones are okay, but I like using glass.
You can see more of everything too.
Yeah, this way you guys can hopefully see through the glass. While I'm getting started with this, Harry's actually going to start chopping the apple, and he's going to start preparing the apple dumpling for you and the brown sugar, because we need to pop that in the oven as well. And why not just cook the biscuits and everything all together?
All together, yep.
Yeah, for time. We're learning about time. Yeah. So, all right. So for this caramelized onion biscuit, we're going to do. Now you need 8 tablespoons of butter. Now I've kept them in the fridge because I wanted to make sure they stay cold. So here's the butter. I kept it cold. Now I took a whole stick of butter and I broke it down into 8 pieces because you're not going to throw them all into the same thing. You're actually going to break them down a little bit. So first we're going to do, we're going to use 3 tablespoons of butter. Now the 3 tablespoons of butter went with the onions, and those I caramelized. So now we have left is 5 tablespoons of butter. So what you need now, let me remember what I'm supposed to do here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to melt down this butter because it's been sitting in the refrigerator, so I actually want to melt it down a little bit. Okay. Harry, can you start with the onions and the apples, and let them know what we're doing with that.
Okay. Once again, these are apple dumplings, and it's only 4 ingredients. I think you guys can remember that, but I'll let you know what I'm doing. What I have here is a Granny Smith apple, nice and tart, we all know what a Granny Smith is about, right? Great apple pies, you know, stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is just cut it in half, right? Just like so. Cut it in a quarter again. And also, one more time down the middle, okay? And then what you wanna do, real easy, instead of coring and all that, just turn it to the side, wipe that little piece off, done deal. Also, I like to take the skin off because the skin will cook. It'll cook real nice and soft. But then again, you won't get the real taste of the apple of the Granny Smith. So I like to take the skin off, even though I know you can eat the skin. But me personally, I kind of like to take the skin off, right? So we'll do that on there. Once again, turn to the side, wipe it right off. Okay.
I think the wok is.
Still smoking.
No, so they can probably see what you're doing.
Hi y'all, can you see me? Comment if you can't see me, then we'll figure it out.
All right, so I'm gonna start adding my dry ingredients together for this caramelized onion biscuit. So I am melting down 5 tablespoons of butter right now.
You guys having a good day today. We are.
So here's my butter. I'm just gonna pour it into this bowl. Now we also have 2.5 cups of flour. Now I've already pre-measured this. And as always, if you can't use flour, you can try using a rice flour, might be good for this one. I don't know if like a potato one would do or a coconut one, but I mean you could try it, but maybe a rice flour might be good. But I'm using regular all-purpose flour, so I have 2 cups and 1/4 cup. Okay, now I also have 1 tablespoon of baking powder, so you're going to need that. And I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt, just regular salt. You can use sea salt if you want, but I just used regular salt. And then for the liquid part of it, I have 3/4 cup of milk. Now, if you can't use milk, you can use an almond milk or soy milk. Don't know if you want to try like coconut milk, but like I said, it's something to play around with and see what works for you. Right now, I'm using 2% milk.
Live wacky. Put whatever you want in it.
All right. So I'm just going to start stirring up these ingredients.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Now, I'm going to add the caramelized onions, as you can see. Now, the caramelized onions, they were 2 medium onions chopped, so that's what it came out to. So just add those. And there's butter in this as well, so we're good with that. Now, I did cut up some extra butter, and the reason why I cut a few slices extra is because when they come out of the oven, we're going to brush them with a little bit of butter, and then we're going to add the apple jelly on top. You can also use a pepper jack jelly.
Oh,
right?
that's nice, yeah.
Pepper jack. You can try even raspberry if you want. It's whatever you want to put on it.
Blueberries, go crazy with it.
Yeah,
sure.
Just put any kind of jam on top. You don't have to put a lot, just a little bit. But as you can see, this it gets doughy because we're going to make biscuits. So you can see the onions already inside. So while I'm doing that, what are you working on now?
All right, I'm going to work on my brown sugar glaze for my apple dumplings. First thing I want to do, I have some. I have like 2 cups of butter here. I'm going to get that on the stove going. Get that going right there. Okay. Now to that, I'm going to add a cup and a half of regular sugar, which is good right there. Okay. Put that right there. Also, we're going to add a little bit of vanilla extract too. It's going to give it a whole lot more flavor. Be very vanilla-ish, right? Right. Get that going. For the vanilla and the cinnamon, you don't have to measure it. It's to your preference and to your liking. I kind of like the smell and taste of cinnamon, so I kind of go a little crazy with it, but not too crazy, right? Oh, let me turn that down. Because if it goes too hot, I'm making caramel, and I don't want to do that today. So put a little bit of cinnamon in there as well. Okay. And we'll get these bad boys, get this mixed up like so. You just want this all mixed together, because this is what's going to go on top of your dumplings once I put them together for you, okay? Okay, so smells incredible. Okay.
So what I'm doing right now to help carry out is we're going to use 3 different types of dough. And the reason why is we want to give you some options to see what what you would like to use to put the apple in. Mm-hmm. So one of them is we decided to use a crescent roll. Mm-hmm. So if you buy a can of crescent rolls, you just individually slice them, and then you can roll the apple in that. Some people like to make their homemade pie dough. So we have some homemade pie dough. Now, pie dough can be made however you want to make it. It's really simple ingredients to use. There's a lot of recipes that you can find for pie dough to make, homemade. Then we bought pre-made pie dough, which you can buy right in the refrigerator section. Yep. And I just cut them in little circles. Yep. So this is pre-made. And so we thought we'd give you these options, and we're gonna try to make all 3 of them, and all different ones, and then we'll show you what they look like when they're done. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna roll these, because this mixture is ready. I let it sit for a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to make biscuits out of this. So I'm gonna make small ones. Now you can make 10 to 14 biscuits if you do, you could probably, maybe 10 to 12 if you use them small. You want to preheat your oven to 400, and we already did, so you want to make sure your oven is preheated. And you can just put them on a cookie sheet. Now, I did line mine with aluminum foil. I just do that because it's less cleanup. You don't have to grease the pan, right. So that's good. So this is what they're going to look like. It's a caramelized onion biscuit, and you're just going to pop them on there. Okay. And you're going to bake them for about 10 to 14 minutes. I do sometimes let them go maybe 15 to 18 minutes, but it depends on your oven. So how's it going over there?
It's going good. Now what I'm doing now is I'm taking 3 of these pastries that Gigi explained to you. First one I'm going to start with is a croissant roll. And just take your apple and just put it right down to the base. Oh, I'm sorry. Just take the apple. There we go. And just put it down to the base and just roll it right in. And just kind of tuck everything in. It'll look pretty once it all plumps up really nice, right? All right, so this is the first one. The second one with the croissant. And then I'm going to do the other 4 with the other pastries. Okay? So at the base, roll it, and just basically pull it and tuck it in. Real nice. Give it a nice little cinnamon blanket deal. You know.
He's the baker of the house. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't bake a bite.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, so now we're going to try with the pastry here. Put those right in the middle. Tuck those in as well. Basically, you want your apple completely covered because the pastry is going to be the steamer, what's going to cook it on the inside. And the syrup that we're going to be putting on top of it is going to give it a nice Thanksgiving-ish smell and taste, right?
Ooh la la.
Hey, ooh la la, mama.
Ooh la la.
I'm just saying.
We tried having music last time in the background, but
y'all heard that mess.
But it kind of overtook our show.
Y'all heard that mess? At the end, I think a ghost came in and turned it up at the end because we were like shouting and thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, and we're here. The music's louder.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
But anyway, we decided not to do music. We also decided to get a little bit closer because that way maybe you could see the ingredients better. Yeah. So what I have going on right here is I've lined up the biscuits. Now, obviously it makes, like I said, it can make 10 to 12 biscuits. So I'm just going to place this aside because we're actually not going to use it at this moment. We'll finish it later.
Okay. All
right, so I'm going to put this back on for him because he's doing the sauce thing that needs to go over that.
And what I'm going to do right now is just pour this brown sugar, butter, vanilla extract, and cinnamon right over top of your dumplings. You want to drench it. And just so you know, this is a very decadent dessert, so Weight Watchers, but they make your house smell good, though.
Make sure you have ice cream.
Yeah, them and their ice cream.
Or somebody's going to scream.
Yeah, oh, we know who that is.
Woohoo!
All right, so we're just going to put it over over our dumplings here. We want to get it over every little bit, right?
So also what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt down the butter now because when these come out, we want to put the butter on top.
Okay, so that's set like that. And then to finish this off, we're going to hit it with a little more cinnamon. Once again, you can never have too much cinnamon. It's just, well, you know what it is.
I know we're throwing a lot at you at one time because we're doing multiple dishes at one time, but we figured, you know, to keep the show time down, we would like to, you know, do it this way. It's less time for taping. And like I said, if you have pen and paper, just try to keep up with us. And if you don't, we'll make sure to include it into the description. And I want to thank my daughter, Shannon, for that tidbit, because I didn't know when I put up the YouTube channel that I can actually put the recipes in there for you. So
very nice.
Thank you, Shannon, so much, my daughter. That was great that she helped us with that. All right, so I'm going to put these in the oven now because they've got to cook.
Okay.
And
also we're going to throw these dumplings in as well so everybody can cook together and come out nice and happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
All right, so we're ready.
There you go.
All right, so I'll put mine on the bottom.
I go right on top here.
Okay.
And also, for those dumplings, you want to kind of let them go for about 20, 25, maybe 30 minutes. But once they, the croissants and your pastry starts to swell, that means you're ready to go. Okay? Now we're going to do a little cleaning up here. Okay? And once again, how's everybody's day doing? You doing all right? You need Jesus in a hug and medicine? Oh, snap. Oh, I thought she was still behind me. But let me see.
What did he say? He needed a snack?
Yeah, sometimes. But just not today. And it's actually a pretty cold day today. What is it like? See there? Is it like 19 degrees outside? But either way, in here it's nice and warm, and you know.
And it smells good.
Oh, it smells amazing.
It smells so good in
you
here.
You gotta know that. So.
We're gonna eat.
So now
we're gonna put this in our. We have some really cool dishes, and we have chopsticks. We're gonna use chopsticks.
Yeah.
So. We'll put this over here.
We're going to bring it over here. We can serve it up right over here.
Yeah.
Let's clean up our mess a little bit. Okay, there we go.
So as you can see, we got these cute little bowls. I have to show them off because they're so cute. They actually match my shirt. How about that? And we got some chopsticks that we want to try, so we're excited about that.
Maybe it'll give you a lesson too if people who do not know how to eat with chopsticks.
Yeah.
I grew up eating with chopsticks at a restaurant called Cat's Pagoda. You know. So I'll show you a few tips that'll help you if you really want to try to work with chopsticks, okay? All right. I'm going to spoon some of this in your bowls now. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, that smells good.
So my butter is melted. I'm going to put it on a cutting dish because it's pretty hot. And I'm looking for my little pastry brush here. Now, every cook should have one of these because whether you're baking or cooking, it's always helpful to have one of these little dudes to do that. So you can get them right at the dollar store. That's where I got this one. It's just it was $1, and it's good for putting when you have to baste stuff. So this is it. I'm not going to stick it in here obviously because the butter's hot, but that's going to be for when they come out. Now, as always, we pre-make things because for time's sake. So we did pre-make the dumplings, and we did pre-make the biscuits already. So we'll take those out. Okay. That's our lovely beeping oven that we have.
It likes to let us know it's still alive. So if you guys can get a shot of this, these are the caramelized onion biscuits.
And we need a little.
And these are the apple dumplings.
I'll use this. All right, so I'm gonna brush these because they came out of the oven not too long ago. Just pre-did them. So these are them. So I'm just putting the butter on top.
Ooh, they look amazing.
A little closer. As you can see, like some of them, you can actually see the onions sticking right out of the biscuit. This, It didn't take long, really didn't.
No.
I mean, we do prep work because of the show, but they really didn't take that long at all. So we're excited because they did come out pretty good.
Yep. Very nice.
If they came out bad, we would lie to you. No, we were only kidding. If they didn't come out good, I would say, please don't make these. We didn't like them either.
Or start from scratch, start it over again.
Yeah, start it
right.
over.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
no, they came out. They came out good.
Oh, let me give you a little tip on how to use chopsticks if you're not comfortable with them. From the way I was taught now. Basically, you take your first chopstick, put it in the middle of your thumb and your forefinger, and pretend like you're going to write. You know how you write with your pen and pencil? Just hold it just like that, like you're going to pretend you're writing. Take the other one, put it right on top, and then take your fingers and hold it in between it, and look. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now, some people, they hold them too tight. Hold them nice and loose, because, I mean, when you want to pick up something, you want to be almost like you're drawing, like you're writing your name. Just hold them nice and loosely, just like that. Okay? Okay.
And if you don't have patience for it or the capability of using chopsticks, please use fork or spoon.
Okay.
All right. So you can put the biscuits on the side.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
I will plate these.
Nice.
So these are the apple dumplings after you bake them. They came out really good. And we did try, like I said, a different pastry dough. So we have 3 different ones here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you. Thank you. All right. And I'm going to do one little thing. You got to have your you got to have some kind of ice cream.
Yeah.
So this is black raspberry. You can use vanilla, chocolate, whatever you like, whatever your flavor of ice cream is. We have a little bit, so I'm just going to add it.
Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream.
We just want a little bit.
Very nice. Oh, let me get this out of the way here. That looks fantastic. Not a big ice cream guy, but you're gonna have a scoop maybe once every.
He's not big on sweets, but he's gonna try.
You gotta try it just for show preferences.
All right, now we're using apple jelly today to go over the biscuits. Like I said, you can use the hot pepper jam, the jalapeno. No, it's just hot pepper jam. I think it's just hot pepper jam. Raspberry, any kind of jam you want to put on it.
Spread a little bit on top of there.
Yep.
Don't go too much. Just enough to taste that apple, and apples and onions go great together. Just so you know. If you ever think that's a weird mix, that's a good traditional mix to have. That is the boogie right there, my friend.
I haven't used chopsticks in a while, but I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Okay.
If I can't do it, I will use a fork or a spoon, but I'm gonna try it. So, we're done. I mean,
just like that.
We're done. So let's show everybody what we made.
Look at that.
And I'll adjust the camera a little bit.
A great Sunday meal. Took less than 20 minutes to make. Can feed a family of 4 easily. You know, if you guys are really into what you're making, you know, you can throw a lot of things in once again into this stir fry veggie wise. So here we go. Very nice. Look at that.
So this is the stir fry, and this is our apple dumpling. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we get a little bit closer, and then we'll do our closeout. So I hope you guys like it, and thanks for watching us.
Thank you very much. Once again, no time. That took 20 minutes tops to throw that together. You can do that in less time. Whatever you got in your refrigerator, just put it all in there together. Yep.
Yep, and we just let it roll today. We decided to just let it roll. As you can see, we're a little crooked right now. I'm sorry. That was just Mary standing crooked.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're done.
But yeah,
We did it this time. We finally just put it all together and came out with our second show. So stay tuned for our next one. We're going to try to air as many as we can. And until then,
we'd like to thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned. We'll have more shows coming your way.
And watch us on YouTube channel. I will put the link on Instagram again.
Okay.
And we're at Instagram.
Yep.
Twopeasinapod19. Spread the word. And thank you for watching us.
Oh, I gotta do this thing. I gotta do this here. Look. Oh. No. My kids at my school go like this all day long. Oh, and I think there's one called a seatbelt. I can't do it.
Hello. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.